Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and I'm doing a great big sectional here, as you can see, and this chair, and this area rug, and those 3 dining room chairs. A really big, quite a big job, very big piece, sectional, and has a very significant problem, which I'll be showing you here. Now, I have been working on the problem on the top here, and I tried a number of different things to determine what was the best way to deal with it, because the problem I've been dealing with is that. Now, I tried a couple of different things, including Windex actually will work really well on most inks, or ammonia didn't work. Worked a little bit. Rubbing alcohol, volatile dry solvent, and actually have some crud cutter as well. It's over there. And actually, of all the things that I tried, the crud cutter was actually working the best, but still not great. And then I thought, well, what else do I have? And I do carry something else in the bin, which I almost never use. And I looked it up, and sure enough, it was one of the things that is recommended as a possible way of dealing with removing Sharpie ink from your clothing, or in this case fabric. So what am I using? This is what I found has worked the best, and I've already taken a few marks out of some of these cushions over here, and I've got another one over here, right there. Look at that. So what are we going to do? Well, the first thing I figured out was this one is actually pretty darn clean, so we'll just give it a quick go over, because I found that actually going over it first and getting it a bit wet seems to work better, as you will see. And I believe the reason is because what happened over there is I started off dry, and it was actually bleeding quite a bit into the surrounding fabric. So we'll deal with that in a minute. I'll show you how. I'll be going back to that. So, but I'll show you what I'm doing over here. First of all, we're just going to give it a quick go over. This side doesn't need much cleaning, so other than the very nasty stain. But anyway, let's do this first, and then I'll show you what I found works the best in this case. Now, I'm almost certain this is actually 100% polyester. It could be blended with something else as well, but anyway, I wasn't concerned about any discoloration happening, yellowing or whatever, because, well, I know it's mostly polyester anyway, and she'd already tried to take out some of the stains up on top of the couch over there, and it didn't cause any yellowing or whatever. Okay, so I've already done the other side of this cushion, so now, so that's it. So it's already wet now, a little bit. So what works, or what I find works the best? I know you're curious. Look at that. Who would have thunk it? But let's see. Now, I do it, I figured out a way to do this that seems to work the best. And you got to be able to sort of adapt as you go, I guess. Hey, look at that. We'll work the way across. We'll come back to that in a sec. So it's definitely moving. I was a little surprised that this worked, but this is the this one doesn't smell so bad, as some of them can really have an odor. This one's not so bad. There's a natural one, I think, and I think this is not the natural one, I'm not sure. but it's nice to have a few different choices. So this is actually coming out pretty quick. Yes, I know it's bleeding, but I'm not done with it. I got something else I got to do here, which will work with it. But yeah, that's working pretty good. Now, that's what it looked like up on top of the couch over there. So I've already managed to get it out mostly over there, although I actually haven't used this over there yet. Okay, I think that doesn't look great. I know that. I'm not done. We've got something else we're gonna do here. Okay, put the cap back on. Now this is crud cutter. The crud cutter actually worked pretty well itself, but not quite so well. So what I realized is I'll finish it off with the crud cutter. And I'm getting, I don't think I'm getting quite 100%, but I'm getting pretty close. I think that we're going to end up with a fabric that's going to be looking acceptable, put it that way. And you got to be very careful because you don't want to damage the fibers. So I'm not actually pressing very hard at all. I may not get 100%, but my customer was actually quite prepared for 0 results. So we'll give it a good flush. I'm going to set it up over in the exhaust of the extractor over there, and it'll dry within like 10 minutes or so, and then I'll know for sure exactly what I'm left with, and if I have to, I'll go over it again. But of course that's quite a bit damper there, and that might be all that we're seeing, maybe. But anyway, that's kind of what I found works the best, and I've got more to deal with on the back side of this. There was a whole bunch of it along here, so I've actually done pretty well already, even though I didn't actually use the nail polish remover on there yet. So I thought you might find that interesting and maybe helpful, so I'll let you go and I will continue on. Anyway, thank you for watching and have a good day.